Jack. Welcome to Fit Friday. This is my second video. I posted the last one about a year ago. I'm hoping to upload them a little bit more frequently than that. I noticed on your Instagram that one of your goals for the summer is to have a whole summer to expand on the whole 30 challenge you did at the beginning of this year. I'm excited to hear how that's turning out, and I have a few questions for you at the end of this. Before that though, I want to talk about one of the foundational elements of a fit life: water. Now, according to the CDC, if you're living in America, there's a good chance that you are dehydrated. Most Americans don't drink enough water and go throughout their days and throughout their weeks and their lives in a state of at least mild dehydration. Whenever you're dehydrated, your body is not operating at its peak levels of efficiency, and you'll find that as you try to get in shape, if you're not properly hydrated, it will only be more difficult than it has to be. Now, it's a tricky concept to figure out what enough water is. You've probably heard the common advice to have 8 8-ounce glasses every day, or 64 ounces, or to put it in your terms as someone who loves the outdoors, 2 of these 32-ounce Nalgene's every single day. Now, the issue is that no matter how convenient the number 64 ounces might be, it's not necessarily accurate. There's many variables that affect how much water you might need. Those variables include: what have you eaten for the day? What other things have you drunk besides water for the day? How much have you physically exerted yourself? What is your age? What is your weight? What are you wearing? What's the temperature like? All these and many other variables will play into how much water you need to truly be hydrated. So with that in mind, it's not a number that helps you know if you've had enough water, but rather reading the symptoms that your body is giving you. So for this video, I want us to look at 3 of those symptoms and then talk about 2 strategies that will help us make sure we are drinking enough water as we go throughout our days. Symptom number 1, the obvious one: thirst. Now, this might seem a little too simple to include in this video, but many people don't know how to accurately respond to the symptom of thirst. Whenever your mouth is dry, whenever you find yourself craving water, one of the things that people can do wrong is to turn towards other beverages besides water. Things like coffee or tea or juice or soda. But the problem is many of these beverages will not hydrate you. In fact, some of them will work to dehydrate you. And so whenever you're thirsty, you might find yourself reaching for a beverage that's only working against you and making you more thirsty, making you reach for it more often, and thus the cycle continues. So when you feel thirsty, the best thing you can do is reach for just plain, good old-fashioned water. The second symptom: fatigue. Now, this symptom isn't just about feeling tired. It's when your whole body feels sluggish and your head starts to hurt a little bit, the temples start to pound, and you find yourself just overall irritable. One of the things that can cause that is in fact dehydration. As your body struggles to convert nutrients into energy, you'll find yourself having more difficulty with everyday tasks. Things like walking around, driving, thinking, anything else that takes brain power or body power might seem more difficult because you're just tired, sluggish, feel worn down. That fatigue can just be a symptom simply of dehydration. Now, there's many other things that can go into fatigue as well, but dehydration is one of the common ones and one of the most easily fixable. And so it's always worth a shot that when you're feeling a little bit sluggish or your head's hurting a little bit, just to drink some water and see if that helps at all. And the third symptom: urine color. I couldn't go a whole video about water without talking about the color of your pee. I wouldn't suggest that you Google urine color to figure out what it should look like, but I was surprised as I was researching this that several institutions have gone to great lengths to help you figure out what the color of your urine should be. One of those, in fact, was the Cleveland Clinic, which provided a helpful infographic with the spectrum of urine color, going from all the way from completely dehydrated to overhydrated. I'll link that below so that you can take a look at it and test against your own sample and see where you're at. So with that, I want to talk about 2 strategies that help make sure you'll get enough water throughout your day. These are strategies that I have been trying to work on, but I still have a lot of improvement with. The first: starting your morning off right. My goal for this is that when I start my morning, either before breakfast or at breakfast, before I drink anything else for the day, I want to drink a glass of water. My go-to in the morning is coffee, and I'll find myself drinking a cup or 2 of coffee before anything else, but coffee with all the caffeine will work to dehydrate me more than hydrate me. To reverse that, I want to replace that by just starting with a glass of water and letting that set the tone and habit for my morning. Secondly, carrying around water with me. So I have about 40 water bottles between home and my office, and most of them just sit on a shelf gathering dust. but my goal is that I could carry one around with me. When I have a bottle on me, there's almost a goal-oriented mindset that takes over, and I want to be able to finish that bottle to know that I've had enough. Well, like I said before, hydration is just one foundation of a fit life. I hope in the coming weeks to look at some more of the foundations that lead to having a healthy life and fit living. But before that, I'd love to hear from you. I know that you're working on the whole summer. You completed Whole30 in January. I want to know from you how that's going. What is your favorite Whole30 recipe? And also, what are the benefits that you've noticed from going through that in January and also going through it now? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, and I'll see you next week.